What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Montana State Bobcat Dynasty and the beginning of Season 8. I was going to change our final out-of-conference game against to Michigan State. Unfortunately, they were not available to play that week. That is a little bit of a rivalry I'm trying to build. I also got some Michigan State fans in the comments, or at least one who requested it. We're not going to get to that this year, but hopefully next season. To start off Season 8, we're going to be hosting the Delaware Fightin Blue Hens, and we're going to be hosting them. This should be one of those games where we probably dominate. They're like D's across the board, while we're closer to C's and C pluses, which, I mean, really isn't great, but it sure beats out a D. We're going to start off today's game with the football. We get into a third down and short situation, and we're going to run it with Vince Robinson. The true freshman gets us out to the 47-yard line for his first career carry. Martin Anderson in the flat picks up a nice gain of 5 there. We give it to Robinson again, but the defense is all over him, and that's going to set up 3rd and 10. Stevens throws quickly to the left side. It's Larry Lane on a slant route, moving the chains there. Stevens wants to throw again, going to the end zone for the first time, and it's going to fall incomplete, intended for Curtis Brown. 2nd and 10 now. Stevens fires over the middle. He's got Robinson, and the freshman is going to get us into the red zone now. His first career catch there. It's a pretty solid one. Nice throw by Larry Stevens, as he had a pretty tight window there that he had to get the ball into. Ben Collins, the new starting tight end, makes that catch, and that's going to pick up 9 yards. Now running it with Robinson, and he's going backwards again. 3rd and 4. Stevens wants to go to the end zone here. He's nearly intercepted. The pass gets tipped up into the air and falls incomplete. So out comes Jason McMillan for the field goal attempt, which is up and good, and we are on the board. McMillan looking to kick us off now on this, or after that nice field goal drive we had. Halfback number 20 is going to be returning this one down the right sideline. There's not very many Bobcats near him. Can we catch him? I don't think so. And Delaware is going to take an early lead now after a kick return touchdown from 95 yards. Well, I wasn't necessarily expecting to be down in this game, but I guess I can't really, expect to be dominating in these games. I have expected to do that before, and then we end up losing them. So maybe not the best expectations for us. Let's take this game a little bit more seriously. Stevens airing it out here for Curtis Brown, who makes the reception down at about the 6-yard line there. A spectacular job. We really want to, exercise our offense in today's game, show what we can do. As we saw in the offseason video, Larry Stevens is one of the favorites to win the Heisman Trophy going into this season, so let's live up to those expectations. Meanwhile, though, Robinson is getting into the end zone for his first career touchdown. A little bit of an option play here. Stevens could have taken it, but he pitched it out to Robinson for the touchdown, and Montana State recaptures the lead. Delaware's offense is out on the field, and I believe their quarterback is actually Joe Flacco. Even though it's the 2012 season, it's still these 2005 rosters for these teams that aren't really in the dynasty, but you kind of just pull them out. That's why they just have their numbers and whatnot, of course. But you know what? Joe Flacco's the quarterback. Maybe he was just held back a grade or several grades. That's not how college works, but you know what? That's how it works in this game, at least. Flacco looking to air it out on 2nd down, going over the middle, and he's got his tight end who just had a big drop. He makes up for it there as he just beats our freshman safety, Mr. Ross, there. And that's going to be a pretty nice play for Delaware as they try to go downfield and take the lead. Down goes Flacco on this next play. It's Mario Harris, who had 5 sacks a season ago, bringing down Flacco for a loss of 6. Flacco in the shotgun, setting up the screen here for his wide receiver, who then fumbles the football, and Eugene is there for the Bobcat recovery. We get a nice turnover there at the 43-yard line. Looking at the replay, it's Ross who forces the fumble out, so he gave up a big play earlier, but makes up for it as he forces the fumble. Larry Stevens looking to throw now, moving to his left, fires looking for Ben Collins, but the pass is a little bit off the mark. Last play of the quarter. It's going to be a run here for Vince Robinson, who picks up a first down and more, 31 yards for his first quarter of football as a Bobcat. Stevens under some pressure here, rolling to his right, throwing back across his body. It's a screenplay for Robinson, who gets stripped of the football. Luckily, Guy Gore is there for the recovery. Just a little bit of a messy play there. Stevens throwing this one again. It's Martin Anderson with the reception, but then he gets stripped of the football, and they jump on top of it. Delaware with the fumble recovery. So we get a turnover, but then we give it right back to him. Here's a run to the left side, and the running back picks up about 2 or 3 yards there. 5 wide here, Joe Flacco all by himself in the backfield. He's going to throw, but it's going to be broken up at the line of scrimmage there by Mario Harris. Going 5 wide again, Flacco throws to the right side, and the pass falls incomplete, and Delaware goes 3 and out. Now Larry Stevens is going to be all by himself in the backfield. He's going to air this one out deep. One-on-one coverage for Larry Lane, and the pass is going to be incomplete. It's just a tad bit too high. Stevens wants to throw again. He's got Martin Anderson, who holds onto the football this time and gets all the way out to the 50-yard line. A nice job by Martin Anderson, who's he was a walk-on a couple of seasons ago, only a couple of catches, but he's playing pretty nicely early on in this game. You know who else is playing pretty well? Larry Lane. He's making another nice catch, this time over the middle here. Hopefully he can live up more so to expectations. Last year, I mean, he was a freshman, but I kind of had high expectations for him, maybe unfairly so, just because he was a pretty young player. But he's looked pretty nice so far in today's game, as has Martin Anderson, who's making another nice reception, gets all the way down to the goal line. First and goal, and Robinson is in for his second touchdown of today's game. The second touchdown for the Bobcats. You know, he just needed about an inch, and he got it. So now Delaware down by 10. They're going to run it up the middle there and pick up about 2 yards. Flacco under center. He's going to fake giving it to the running back and throw it back to his impact tight end, who gets out to the 34-yard line. That is just their third first down of the game. Flacco throws to the left side. A beautiful throw and catch there. His wide receiver. You can see maybe why Flacco ended up going to the pros eventually in real life. He's making some nice plays, looking like an elite quarterback out there. A nice 2 yards for the running back, and they are going to call a timeout after that run. Flacco throws to the right side, and the pass is going to be incomplete. It's 3rd and 8. Flacco in shotgun here. He's going to throw over the middle. The pass is going to be incomplete. It's 4th and 8, and they're going to have to punt. Under 2 minutes left to go in the half, but you know what? MSU, they're not done with this drive. They're going to try to go downfield and add some more points onto the board before half. This pass is going to get tipped up into the air, and it's going to be intercepted by the cornerback, weaving through traffic, and he's getting away from everyone. This is going to be a Delaware pick 6. Just a series of unfortunate events here as the pass gets tipped up into the air. Not the best pass necessarily by Larry Stevens, but it was more so just unlucky, I would say. He did throw it a little bit behind Larry Lane, though. You know what? We're still going to try to drive downfield here and get some points before half, especially considering we're only up by 3 right now. Stevens looking to throw on second down, floating this one over the middle. Martin Anderson again makes a great reception, his 5th of the game. He only had 5 receptions in his first 2 years as a Bobcat. Going deep there for Larry Lane, but the pass is going to be broken up. It's 2nd down. Stevens is going deep yet again, looking for Larry Lane, who gets behind the defense. Touchdown, Montana State. It's a 52-yard bomb from Larry Stevens to Larry Lane. That Larry to Larry connection working great here as he gets into the end zone. Is Delaware going to try to put together a 2-minute drill, or are they content being down by just 10 points going into half? Looks like they're pretty content, although they're looking to throw on 2nd and long, and the pass will fall incomplete, stopping the clock. 3rd and 12, they're going to run it with the fullback, who doesn't pick up a whole lot, and the Bobcats are going to burn a timeout. Just 6 seconds left. You know what? We might as well try a Hail Mary. Stevens takes a shot deep here for Curtis Brown, and he's in for the Hail Mary touchdown. 2 50-yard touchdowns for Larry Stevens to end off the half. Looks like Delaware calling some Greg Williams type defensive play calls for Hail Marys. We had 5 defenders going to the end zone, or 5 receivers, I should say. They only had 2 defenders back there. I don't know what they were doing there. But you know what? I'll take it. It works out in our favor, and that's going to extend our lead at the half. Returning this one now right up the middle. They did have a return touchdown earlier in the game. Here they do fumble it. Luckily for them, they jump on top of it. Delaware trying to stay in the game. Flacco looks to set up the screen, but he's going to be intercepted. Chris Bonner with the pick 6, and Montana State is starting to take control in today's game as we have a defensive touchdown of our own now. Chris Bonner, he was blocked on the play, but when he saw the screen, he was able to break out of that block, jump in front of it, and take it back to the crib. So, you know what, Delaware, they're trying, you know, but they're struggling a little bit. You know, this isn't too uncommon to see, you know, the underdog play kind of, you know, competitive in the first half, but then kind of have the game get away from them in the second half. Although, here's a really nice play for the Blue Hens here. The tight end victimizing Ross yet again. You can see why he's an impact player. Flacco faking the run, and he fires quickly to the right side, and that looks like a miscommunication there. It's second down after the incomplete pass. Faking the run again. Flacco throws that one kind of just into the ground. I guess it might have got knocked away by a defender there. Going 5 wide on third down. It's number 8 with the reception, and he's not going anywhere there. 4th and 9, and Delaware's keeping the offense on the field. Flacco floats this one over the middle, and the pass is going to be incomplete as he overthrew his man. No one really open on the play, and the Bobcats get the turnover on downs. Vince Robinson right up the gut, picks up about 6 or 7 yards there. Now Stevens wants to throw, but he's going to get taken down instead. Taken down from behind. He did not see the defender coming in hot there. 3rd and 9, Stevens wants to throw for it, moving to his left. He's going to throw, but the pass is going to be tipped, and we're going to end up going 3 and out. Delaware back out on offense now. Flacco looking to throw, airing this one out deep, and he's going to be intercepted by Brock Eugene. The pass was thrown directly to him, and the Fightin Blue Hens are having a tough time fighting as they just keep making mistakes, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to come back in today's game. Stevens is going to be intercepted on this next play, though. Maybe they'll have a chance if we're making bad decisions like that. We don't need to play aggressive right now with this big of a lead. Stevens felt like playing aggressive, though, and he pays the price for it. So Delaware trying to capitalize on this great field position, but they're not going to be able to. Intercepted by William Jackson. So just a little bit of a turnover fest in the third quarter here. Jackson throwing up the X's after coming away with that INT. Hopefully the offense can play a little bit smarter on this next drive here. Maybe just try to run the clock down, play a little bit of prevent the victory, because the chances of Delaware coming back into this game seem pretty slim. 3rd and 1, Stevens wants to throw for it, moving to his left. Instead, he's going to run for it in open space out across the 50-yard line where he slides down. A fresh set of downs for Montana State. We're going to bring in Tyron Manigat. Dang it, I looked up how to pronounce his name, and I'm screwing it up. I called him Magnet earlier. Anyway, he gets his first career touchdown on this big run. That was really anticlimactic with my commentaries. I completely just screwed up his name. But you know what? A great job by him. Just his first carry of the game. He only got like 2 carries all of last season for 5 yards. So it's nice to see him break off a nice run there and get into the end zone for the first time in his career. Delaware, just things aren't going their way right now. Flacco brought down in the backfield again. Here's a high snap on 3rd down and a near pick 6 there by Tim Hughes. Unfortunately for him, he could not quite get it in his hands. Manny get right up the middle, picking up a solid gain as the backups are now in for Montana State. Barrett looking to throw here, and he's got Manigat over the middle. A nice throw and catch there. The backup Barrett, you know, he doesn't get very many opportunities, but when he does, he wants to make the most out of them. That was a pretty solid throw and catch there. Now Montana State is forced into a third down situation, taking a shot deep in it. There's Martin Anderson making another reception. That's the second time he's been brought down at the goal line today. You could say he's been robbed of 2 touchdowns maybe even. And now we're just going to run it with Magnet, and he gets into the end zone for his second touchdown today, and we've officially put up over 50 on them now. Here's a direct snap to the running back who gets into open space, breaking away from some of the defense there, gets out to about the 50-yard line where he is finally brought down, taking advantage of the backups being in there on defense. Flacco fires to the left side, intercepted by Blake Allen. That's the second time he's thrown a pass directly to a defender today, like the DB was out there running a route for him instead of his receiver. Their defense would end up getting a stop, though, so now the backups are in for Delaware. Nice throw and catch here as he gets it out to the cornerback playing wide receiver, and they are finally going to get into the end zone on offense here. A very nice throw by the backup quarterback. I love that the CPU defense, the quarterback will step up into the pockets and get it out to his wide receiver there, and they finally get into the end zone on offense. They will get another stop here, so looking at this Delaware backup offense again, he's getting sacked. It's second and long. Quarterback number 10 steps up right into another sack, and that's how today's game is going to end. A pretty dominant defensive performance by Montana State as we win 52-21. 2 of their 3 touchdowns, one was a pick six, one was a kick return touchdown, so and then the only defense we gave up touchdown we gave up on offense to them was a garbage time touchdown with the backup. So you could honestly say the defense technically pitched a shutout, but I mean not actually. Larry Stevens, he threw for over 200 yards. He had 2 touchdowns and an over 50% completion percentage, but he was picked off twice. I was hoping to see a little bit of a better performance out of him today, but you know what? You can't complain when you win by as much as we did. Both of our running backs got 2 rushing touchdowns each. That was a nice job by Vince Robinson, getting 2 touchdowns in his first career game. We also had 3 100-yard receivers in today's game. 2 of them caught touchdowns, both inside of the 2-minute warnings there at the end of the first half. And then, as I said, the defense played really good. We had 4 sacks on the game, 2 of them going to Mario Harris. We had 4 interceptions as well in today's game, including a pick 6. There was one other team in the Big Sky Conference that played this week, and it was Idaho. They destroyed Morgan State 31-19 in their game. And that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, this has been Jeffrey reminding you to stay moist.